What is going on to you, Taurus? So you have the Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Page of Cups. These three cards right here. So with you, Taurus, right? I'm seeing from this whole reading that you broke somebody's heart because they broke their own heart, and they're essentially blaming you for it, basically. The reason why, let's get into it, the Three of Swords. This person is heartbroken, right? But we're going to dive deeper into why this person is heartbroken. Because the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups represents, again, this person is heartbroken and all of that. But you, Taurus, are trying to figure out, well, why? You're trying to get to know them. Uh-oh. You're trying to get to know them. You were trying to put your best foot forward. They were caught up with stupidness. Playing mind games, the regular, schmegular, degular, playing mind games with you. They were all over the place, some of them. Because sometimes they're just flat out crazy. Sometimes they just, you trying to get close to them, and it's like they're just blatantly not letting you. And then sometimes they're being a little bit more inconclusive or confusing about it. And a lot of you, Taurus, you tried to put your best foot forward. You tried going up to them, talking to them, trying to find out what they are about, establishing some sort of milestone with them, right? Making some sort of progress. And like I said before, the Page of Cups is about how they just didn't want to do you, Taurus, right. They for whatever reason, they would, things wouldn't necessarily go right between yourself and them. So a lot of you, Taurus, just decided, hey, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. You, Taurus, have way more self-respect than to allow something like this to always happen, where it's like the person, like you're trying to get to know them, and the person is really making it hard. And what I mean when I say making it difficult, I'm like, you're trying to ask them to, like, you want them to hang out. You're like, hey, I'm finna go, I don't know, I'm finna go to the Chinese spot. You want to come with? Come with me. They'll be like, nah, I don't want to go. Let's travel. You know what I mean? They'll be like, nah. It's always you're trying to actually set something up. Like, hey, let's go. Let's kick it. Let's hang out. And they'll be like, nah. Whether it's on the spot, whether it was planned, or whether it was on the spot. Because sometimes we can go on instant dates. And what I mean by that is sometimes we don't have to do the exchange numbers and then let's wait a couple of days. Sometimes it goes on an instant, like sometimes it's an instant date. Like if you and the person hanging out immediately after talking to one another and stuff like this, that's a date. That's an instant date. It's right then and there, where it's like, hey, what's going on with you? XYZ, my name is Kareem. Hey, I think you look good and everything like that. I'm gonna give you my number or whatnot, or, well, that's what I say, but let's exchange numbers and stuff like this. Maybe I could, take you out to the movies or something like that. Now, what's your zodiac sign, by the way? Okay, cool. Okay, nice. Okay, change numbers or whatnot. Then you go about your business. They go about theirs, and then like a few days go by, and then you're like, hey, what's going on with you or whatnot? You call them tomorrow. Hey, what's going on with you or whatnot? Blah blah blah. Let's go hang out someplace. Let's go hang out here. Now it's like, sometimes it don't even work like that. Sometimes the way that it happens is, well, it does work like that, but the way that it happens is you do all of that, and sometimes y'all hanging out right on the spot. That's an instant date. You dig what I'm saying? And because of the fact that it's an instant date, a lot of you, Taurus, understand that, you have a lot more self-respect than to be with somebody who is just going to really give you a hard time. Every time you want to hang out with this person, they literally come up with an excuse why they don't want to do it or why they can't do it. So the Seven of Swords and the Fool card represents you. The Seven of Swords is you creating that line, drawing a line. Like, okay, you're not going to give this person any more of your energy at all. You're done with them. And the Fool literally is about you moving forward. Like, okay, this person is a whole dub because they really do be wasting your time. And they don't even need to. Like, what are they doing? And the thing is that the Death card represents how you don't care, you know? Because see, the thing is that the pickup artist, let me just tell y'all what it is, right? What it is that the person, right, the way that a lot of times people play it off like, and this is how a lot of people end up wasting their own time. The people play it off like they so busy with other things, right? It's like they don't want to prioritize another person because it's like, you know, why is it that like you know what I'm saying? Like if you play needy with me, then it's like, is it like, what is it that they're up your, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that you're up their butt so much? Like, why is it that you, like, you're putting so much stress on the situation or whatnot, right? Like, you need to be doing your own thing. And I understand to a certain extent not being crazy, right? Like, I understand that you Taurus do have to have a life and that you do have to, you know what I mean, do your own thing. But if a person wants to be in a relationship, I don't understand how a person is going to be in a relationship with somebody ignoring that person. They got your whole number, which is personal information, by the way. That's actually personal information. And making it hard for someone that has their number, who they just ended up exchanging numbers with, to be with them. And then there's this new, then essentially, then to break it down even further, what they do is that they put things into perspective dysfunctionally, where it's like, if they see you doing all of that, they'll use you. This is how crazy stuff happens. This is how a lot of problems be occurring. This is how a lot of people end up passing up on a really good match for or someone really good for them because of the games that people be playing, the nonsensical games that people be playing. So as a result, this person ended up missing out on you, Taurus, because the King of Swords and the Two of Pentacles is, you're not going to be wasting all this amount of time that you, Taurus, could have been using to build yourselves up. And the thing is, the King of Swords and Two of Pentacles, this person thinks of themselves as being so smart. This is what I'm talking about. They playing the game with you. They, in their deluded minds, they think that if they act like they're important, they're very important, then it will get you, Taurus, to chase up on after them. And what do I say over here on this channel? We don't chase. We show interest, but we don't chase. When we are getting to know somebody, we are assigned how much time we are going to spend getting to know somebody. If we do not get progress within a given time, wow, we're gone. Me, I give a person a month. I'm like, look, when I say a month, I'm talking about like a month. Like, okay, like incorporating, because that's another thing too. People don't understand how long a month is to be getting to know somebody in particular. A month can be long or short depending on the perspective, depending on what's actually occurring. To get to know somebody, right? Or at least have some sort of a foundational standpoint on who they are based upon what they act like they are at the very beginning, or who they say that they are at the very beginning, doesn't even take a month. The month is really a grace period. I'm really incorporating a grace. I'm really incorporating like time for physical intimacy and all of that. Like I'm really incorporating the times where we actually hang out or date or whatever, or hang out. The days that I don't necessarily talk to you because I'm busy doing my own thing. So I'm actually incorporating all of those days. That's already priced into the month, right? The time when I'm asking you questions about who you are. And because of that, what happens is that the reason why you, Taurus, want to do that is because this is why a lot of people end up wasting a whole lot of time. One of the reasons why a lot of people end up wasting a whole lot of time with people that they later get upset about. Because they'll say, oh, they've been with this person for years. Because what happens is you're supposed to put a time frame on right when you're getting to know somebody. You're supposed to put a time frame on the person's foolishness. Like you're supposed to let the person know, hey, listen, you're trying to do your endeavor best to support them, but they need to stop. Give them a grace period, but they need to stop, because if they don't stop, you will leave. That goes for even married couples. That goes for even married couples. What happens if one person is down in the dumps? If the other person doesn't get it together, you know what I'm saying? If the person is not going through something where it's like some sort of like life-changing situations where some sort of like brain chemistry is off or something like that, or you understand what I'm saying? What have you or whatnot. If it's not something like physical, right? Like something like that debilitates the person, right? Then the person better figure it out, because how you gonna be in a marriage or in a relationship with somebody where one person is basically like just a joy ruiner, They just ruin the joy all the time. Eventually that person gonna have to figure it out. Otherwise the other one is going to be like, all right, I gave you enough time. I gave you more than enough grace period. I known you for 10 years. I'm about to go find somebody else who ain't a wet paper towel. So this person thought of themselves as being more intelligent than you. And here they are, right? They thinking that it's going to attract you when it's not. It's turning you, Taurus, off. So let's clarify the Fool. Let's see what you, Taurus, got going on. All right, so to clarify the Fool, you, Taurus, have the Strength, the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and you, Taurus, have the Sun card to clarify the Fool. So these two cards right here, Hierophant is Taurus, so you showed up in your own reading. These two cards right here is about how, because you have way more self-respect than you used to. And that you, Taurus, know what you're doing now. You know that you shouldn't be getting to know somebody and you just doing it with an unlimited amount of credit, right? You're giving them an unlimited amount of credit, because that's what you're doing. You're giving them an unlimited and endless amount of credit. You will allow them to waste time. Like, that's not something that you, Taurus, are doing now. You, Taurus, used to do it, not anymore. You're going into it and giving yourself a timetable of, I'm gonna get this 2 weeks. If something don't happen within 2 weeks, you, Taurus, ain't gotta get physical intimacy, but you do need to see some sort of progress happening. Otherwise, there's no, you're not gonna just be hanging around them for 4 or 5 years at a time and all this other type of stuff. The Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups right here is about how, and they not really understand that this person that you get to know, they're not really understanding what type of time you Taurus are on. They still on some old played out 1990s game of act like you just act like they important and all. Like they still doing that tired games. They still doing that. We're in a time where there is no more games. We're in the Kali Yuga. There is no more games. All of the facade of the delusions of grandeur have to come tumbling down. They have to erode away for there to be truth, right? For there to be love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, and equality, right? So the thing is that the star card, the sun is about how it really does shine a light on that. And it shines a light on how they can't get out of their own way to actually benefit them. But you Taurus understand that it is their loss. And you Taurus are not going to spend so much time, being sad about the fact that this person really did you a favor.